Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee Carvalho and I am a parent and community member, and this is Falling Through the Cracks, an ongoing series sharing anonymized consented experiences from families in the Freetown Lakeville Regional School District. This series exists to highlight systematic gaps so students don't keep being missed. All names and identifying details are redacted. These stories are shared with permission, and the focus is on the systems, not individuals. Tonight's story is not unique, and that's why it matters so much. The story involves a middle school student and her family who experienced challenges maintaining consistent support during the transition from intermediate school to the middle school. I'm going to read you the story exactly how it was sent to me. The parent wrote to me on Facebook and said, I am reaching out regarding my daughter and the ongoing concerns surrounding her IEP accommodation since transitioning to the middle school. My daughter previously had several accommodations in place under her IEP that were consistently and successfully implemented in Grace. However, upon entering middle school, I was informed that some of these accommodations would no longer be provided because staff felt that they were unable to accommodate them or believed that they were too childish or babyish and potentially distracting. These same accommodations were never an issue for her in Grace and were effective in supporting her learning. Due to this, I am now being forced to request a meeting to amend her IEP, not because her needs have changed, but because the accommodations she requires are no longer being consistently honored. I am very concerned by comments that have been made directly to my daughter, including one teacher stating, okay, now what is it that you need for me to do for you? In response to her using one of her accommodations. This made her feel very uncomfortable and discouraged. This turned my daughter away from advocating for herself. One teacher kicked her out for having a fidget spinner during class and stated that it is too distracting, even though it is stated in her IEP that she can have one in class. Since these changes, my daughter is now failing a subject that she has never struggled with before. I have also been told that she cannot receive one-on-one support or tutoring because she already has support in place. That support is meant to cover all of her needs, and clearly this is not working as her academic performance and confidence are declining. The situation has become a snowball effect. As supports are removed or inconsistently followed, her struggles have increased and things continue to worsen. I have already attended several meetings and we have put strategies in place. These supports are only followed for a short period of time before being forgotten, requiring me to repeatedly follow up via email to ensure compliance. Additionally, my daughter has been told by a teacher that there are a certain number of students and that she is not the only one who needs help. While I understand classroom demands, this does not negate the school's legal obligation to implement her IEP accommodations as written. As a result, the students experienced an academic and emotional strain, while the family spent significant time advocating for supports that were already documented, creating frustration and stress and uncertainty during a critical transition time. What makes this story important is that it reflects a pattern I've heard from multiple families: concerns raised early, limited follow-up, and students falling further and further behind while we're waiting for the support they need. When processes don't ensure persistence and accountability, gaps in support widen, particularly during these transition periods. The series isn't about blame. It's about visibility. When patterns stay hidden, nothing changes. When they're documented, systems are forced to respond. If any part of this does feel familiar to you, you don't need to say anything here. You're welcome to reach out to me directly, Facebook, email. You can always give me a call, and nothing is ever shared without your permission. You will stay anonymous in any information that is given by me. The more experiences that are shared, the clearer the patterns become, and the clarity is what leads to accountability and change.